بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وعلى كل من تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. My dear respected brothers, elders and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I just like to add on something from yesterday's reminder. I said that sabr, patience, is at its first strike. This was the hadith. Innama sabru, indeed sabr, inda sadmatil ula. Sadma means the first strike. That's when patience should be done. But most of us might be thinking, well, how are you going to be patient when someone, your mom died and your father died, your brother died, your nephew, your son, your 4-year-old daughter? But that's the point. Like I said, it's easier said than done. But the Prophet ﷺ said, that is when the most reward is taken. Now ask yourself this question. What are we here for in this life? To worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have not created man and jinn except that they worship me. And worship, what's your desire from the worship? You want a reward. So if you want a reward, why do you eat? First of all, you eat to nourish yourself and you eat to taste. If you can't taste your food, if the more tastier the food, the more better. Probably a bad example, but the more reward that you can get from your action, the more better it is. If you can do a few actions and get so much reward, then that is the purpose. What I'm trying to say is, I know it's easier said than done, but when you suffer an affliction, your son dies, your daughter dies, your mom dies, your dad dies, if you can be patient at its first shock, like the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّمَا الصَّبْرُ إِنْدَ صَدْمَةِ الْأُولَى, then you are accruing much more reward than you would have anyway when you're going to be patient anyway after a week or 2 weeks or after a few months. What are you going to do about it? So this goes back to what I said yesterday, that you are patient, you can cry, you can mourn, you can be sad, but so long as you don't utter something bad against Allah. The Prophet ﷺ lost his son Ibrahim from Maria Qibtiyya, and he went running, and it says in the hadith, like a leather, floppy. He was just dying, and the Prophet ﷺ held him and he cried so much. And one person said, "You cry?" He said, "Yes, I cry." And the same thing happened when his daughter died, or one of his other grandkids died. And someone said, "You cry?" They were surprised. The Prophet saw some crying. And he said, "Look," and he said beautiful words. I wish I could remember them, but he said, "Look, the tears roll down. The heart feels sad, but the heart does not utter anything against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's okay. But if you want to reap the maximum reward, then patience at its first strike. So you can make the most of that moment, seizing the moment. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, look, as so long as you don't say something bad utterance against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the tongue, then alhamdulillah, you are receiving the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One has to control his emotions. The controlling of emotions is the most important thing, because when a person doesn't control his emotions from his anger, from sadness, from hatred, from jealousy, then what happens is a person starts to do things which he will regret himself, or maybe even worse. Remember when Iblis, Shaitan, what happened to him? He started saying things against Adam alayhi salam because he could not control his emotions of jealousy and hatred toward Adam alayhi salam. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to act upon and control our affairs, control our emotions, control our tongues, and to be able to say only that which is pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't forget the hadith I said a few days ago, that man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir, that whosoever believes in Allah and the last day, فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا, then let him say something good, أَوْ لِيَصْمُتْ, or stay silent. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.